Hello everyone, it's Galina and thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to create a card with stained glass effect using this new shaker cross die from Studio Katia. And using this die you will cut out an outline cross, a thin frame and outline dots around the die cut. For my today's project I cut out a few crosses, one top layer from my white glitter cardstock and 3 additional layers from a regular white cardstock, because I'm going to create a chipboard using this die cut. So to create a thick die cut looking like a real chipboard, you need to stick up together a few die cuts you made with your die. I love to use my scraps for such die cutting. I'm attaching all the die cuts together using a strong liquid glue. I press them well and just look on this dimension. Next, I cut out a white panel using a larger die from Dotted Pattern Set number 1. It cuts rectangle panel with dotted edge, just a little bit smaller from regular A2 card. And with another die from the set, I'm going to cut out a window on my card. At first, I run this die through my die cutting machine using my small panel, and next I'm going to cut out a same window on my A2 card base. Now I'm going to color my front panel, and I decided to use some bright colors from Distress Oxide inks and a regular Distress ink. At first I'm applying a bright yellow color on the inner edge, and then on both sides I'm adding carved pumpkin color. It's really nice and bright orange color. And on the top and the bottom of my card I'm going to apply a light pink color. I'm blending those colors together and my card panel is done. Now I'm going to turn this panel with window into a real window, so I will need to attach a small piece of clear acetate sheet. I'm applying a double-sided adhesive tape on the back side of my card panel and I'm attaching the acetate sheet. And again, I'm applying a double-sided adhesive tape to attach this card panel onto my card base. Now I have a see-through card base. Next, I'm attaching my die-cutted cross, and this time I used strong liquid glue, but you can use a double-sided adhesive tape. But for me it was easier to use the liquid glue. And this die cut will hold well because I will add another dab of medium on it. And to do so I will use these pretty bottles, they called Nuo drops, and I will use a glitter type of Nuo drops. With those liquid drops I'm going to fill all the gaps on my cross. I'm trying to add a lot of drops into those gaps, and I'm smooshing this medium with its plastic tip, but you can use any pick tool or any other sharp tool to move this medium sides and corners. And the first step of making a stained glass effect is done, and on the back side I'm going to add more color to the cross, because I think Nuo drops do not have enough pigment in their formula to make effect I want. So I'm simply coloring few parts of this cross with my alcohol-based markers. Next I decided to foam mount a thin frame around the cross, so I place some thin foam stripes on a die-cutted rectangle frame and I'm applying it directly on my card base. To create a sentiment, I'm going to use this mini Easter sayings stamp set, and I'm going to stamp it with a clear watermark ink on a black cardstock. I'm covering it up with a regular white wow embossing powder, and I'm going to melt it with my heat gun. You can use a coordinating dies to cut out the sentiment or simply fuzzy cut it. If you want to make your card more accurate from a back side, you can attach another die-cutted cross on the back side of your card. To embellish the card, I'm going to use new embellishments from Studio Katia. They called Marshmallow Pearls and they look super awesome, and they will be perfect for wedding projects as well. And I'm attaching just a few pearls using liquid glue. It will dry clear and it will not be super visible on the back side. And let's take a look on my finished card. I really like this stained glass effect, and you can create this technique with any outline die cuts you may have in your stash. And I hope my camera can catch a beautiful colorful light on the backside of the card base, and this card can be placed near a lamp and the stained glass effect will be more visible. I hope you like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and I will see you next week. Bye!